got Wednesday night baseball here at Oracle Park. And tonight, it's game 2 of the series, Giants and A's, and it's right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. As I mentioned, it is overcast, which will cool it off a little bit at 60 degrees, and the wind's brisk at 15 miles per hour.
Let's take a look at the winds. They've been entertaining at the first couple of days of this homestand. Last night, fly balls and pop-ups, well, they were a little bit problematic. Tonight, not that much different. Not a whole lot of help to the right side of the field. Most of the wind is helping the left side.
All right, good look at Oracle Park as we also take a look at the A's lineup, and it's brought to you by your Bay Area Chevrolet dealers. The A's are coming into this game tied for second place with the Texas Rangers. They're 2.5 back of Seattle. Here's their lineup. It'll be Bolte to lead things off, and then it's Nick Kurtz. Shea Langoliers will be in the third slot. Both Kurtz and Langoliers with 19 home runs, followed by Soderstrom, Wilson, and then Meneses. Lawrence Butler not in the lineup last night. He is tonight. He's in right field hitting 7th. The smaller version of Max Muncy, he's hitting 8th. And Jeff McNeil, the former Met, he's in the 9th slot, and he'll be at second base. Both starting second basemen in the game last night left games due to injury, and both are not in the lineup today. That would be Geloff and Arise. Mentioned the A's. The Giants come in 32-46. The one thing that they've got to straighten up is their record at home. They're 15-20 at home. I mean, they got to straighten up in a lot of areas, but winning at home has always been something that they've done in this park.
And it's something that they absolutely have to do. Tonight they're going to give the ball to Tyler Mahle, who comes off the disabled list where he had a hamstring issue. So basically he's restarting his season. His first 11 starts, 1-7 with a 6.04 ERA. And for Mahle, his strength really is his ability to control the corners with his location, and he hasn't really shown that, and that certainly will be key tonight. Lifetime against the A's, still looking for his first win. He's 0-3 with a 3.71 ERA. Take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Mahle. He's got 2 types of fastball, 4-seamer and a sinker, and he throws his fastball about half the time. He's got a splitter, which is his best specialty pitch. His cutter and his slider complement that split. Mahle, 31 years of age. He's in his 9th year at the big league level out of Westminster High School. Former 7th round pick by the Reds back in June of 2013. 6'3", 215-pounder. And let's take a look at the defense playing behind Mahle tonight. It's brought to you by Walkup Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Barry Cotto, Cox, Lee. That's your outfield. Good assist arms across the board. Adames and Chapman on the left side of the infield. Schmidt and Eldridge on the right side. And Eric Haas. Eric Haas will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
The Giants a nice win last night. Trying to make it 2 in a row against this A's club, and the Giants have won 3 out of 4 so far in this season series. So here's Henry Bolte, local kid, in the leadoff spot, and the pitch, and it's a called strike. So we get started at 6:46. Bolte hitting over 300, and he fouls this one back. Spanish audio is available on the SAP channel. Big win last night, and that's the gentleman that threw the win. There's a fastball high. Mahle faced this A's team in Sacramento earlier in the season, and in that game Bolte got a couple of hits. Swing, ain't gonna miss, and that's how this game gets started.
And he's got to be happy with this slider. This is about as good as he can throw it. So right off the get-go, he's starting fast. He's hitting corners with the fastball, and that's an explosive downward bite on that slider. That tells you his legs are feeling real good.
Here's Kurtz. Kurtz takes in tight. The home plate umpire is Ramon de Jesus. Clemens, Johnson, and Walcott from first to third. Kurtz a little low. Kurtz had a tough night last night against Robbie Ray in 4 at-bats. He went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. There's a swing and a miss. You've always had that strong opinion, though, that you could strike a guy out 10 times, but if he takes you deep,
he wins.
It's amazing.
It's that simple. I mean, it's the beauty of being a guy with power. He could be quiet for the whole night, and then all of a sudden, whoop, win the game.
He was swinging for it. Lines this one into center field, but Cox got a great jump, and he puts it away. It's fun to watch center fielders from our angle because you see the whole play as it develops. And as soon as that ball was hit, Cox was on the move.
Well, and he had to step right to where the ball was going. Watch the straight line, and that's just a great line. Great jump, great route. That's why we like him with that glove out there in center.
Here's Langeliers. 0 for 3. Sounded like I had 3 bourbons when I said, here's Langeliers. Here's Langeliers.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything, but
I had to catch myself thinking, did I go somewhere before the game?
Never happened.
Langeliers. Lasarski. Here's the 1-1. Swing. You're going to miss 1 and 2.
What was our rule at Candlestick? We never apologized if we messed up a name and it was under 50 degrees.
You know, it was under less than, it had to be more like 40.
Slusarski.
No, there was
Rimlinger.
We had a few that it just didn't work.
Did not work.
Langeliers just added to my list.
We put him on there.
And here's the 1-2, and it's low and away.
Strike zone tonight's small. If you get any gifts, are usually at the belt with Ramon de Jesus, but he's consistent. What you get in the first, you get in the ninth.
Three and 2.
If he's got a corner, it's usually on the third base side of the strike zone, away on lefties. There's not much out there on the first base side.
Top ball pretty well.
Nice fastball in the corner.
See Tyler Mahle with the pitch com. Here's the 3-2, and it's rolled foul.
Tried to quick pitch him.
Hey, we got our drone tonight.
Yeah, I like that drone. Good battle going on. Next pitch, number 8.
More work for Cox as Langeliers was out front, and that'll end the inning. Nice inning for Tyler Mahle. Offense coming up. This is what Tony Vitello's lineup is going to look like, brought to you by your Bay Area Chevrolet dealers. It'll be Matt Chapman in the leadoff spot. There you go. Followed by Eldridge Schmidt, and then Devers. Eldridge is at first base. Schmidt is at second. Devers the DH, followed by Adames Lee And Barracoto, Eric Haas, will hit 8th, and Jonah Cox 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Athletics will be the left-hander Gage Jump. Jump, 23 years of age, 6 feet tall, 200-pounder out of LSU. Great baseball program down there. This will be his 6th start of the year, 3-1 with a 2.37 ERA.
Chapman, right out of the gate, no balls and 1 strike. Eldridge and then Schmidt. Our first look at Jump, and not too many teams have seen this young man before, but boy, is he off to a nice start. Chapman way out in front. The only thing that I noticed from Jump is you can't see it now because he's rubbing it. His glove looks huge.
It is a big glove. Looks like an outfielder's glove.
Yes. I mean, one thing that would bother me would be maybe the weight.
I never liked a heavy glove because I thought it slowed you down trying to protect your face when line drives came back at you.
Remember though when the 6-finger glove came out, it was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, we thought that was the greatest thing since everything.
Somebody had that. They were like, well, wow. I don't remember playing with anybody. Maybe Ozzie Smith used them for a little while, but there you go. 2-2. Well, that's a healthy 95. Also a nice healthy swing.
He can stretch it out even higher than that. He sits in there between 94 and 98 miles per hour. So he will add fastball as the game wears on. Everything out of the stretch.
Got him.
That was a good fastball. Let's take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Gage Jump, 2 times the fastball, and he'll throw his fastball 50% of the time. Slider is best weapon, his curveball and his changeup complement. 96-mile-an-hour average on the 4-seamer.
Here's Bryce Eldridge. Eldridge takes a strike. He went hitless in 3 at-bats last night, but his 4th at-bat was a big bat. He drew a walk, and he eventually scored on a Rafi Devers single. For a guy his size, he really does have a great idea of the strike zone. Little 1-strike emergency swing.
I'm seeing Jump for the first time, and Jump's got good stuff. You can be surprised. He's got 5 things he can throw, and he will throw them all in 2-strike counts, especially when he's ahead. A great pitch and a great take. All right, let's take a look at Jung-Hoo Lee. Look out. Jung-Hoo, heads up, Jung-Hoo. Oh!
Got him.
Let's take a look at the A's defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right will be Soderstrom, Bolte, and Butler. Wilson and Muncy on the left side of the infield. McNeil and Kurtz on the right side. Shea Langoliers, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. Best arm in the outfield in center field with Bolte.
Here's Casey Schmidt. Schmidt pulls the first one right past Gary Pettis.
Talk about Jump's windup. I mean, it really is out of stretch position. Roger Craig used to call it the set windup. When guys were struggling, he would put you in the set position because he wanted to eliminate movement. Very compact delivery. It is a windup, but it is almost from the set position. And it's a very easy windup to repeat. And that's why a lot of guys are going to it in this generation.
The 1-1 is in the dirt. We've really mentioned hitting streaks, but Schmidt does have an 8-game hitting streak. He's got 7 straight games where he's had multi-hits. Now that's a streak. And that'll raise your average in a hurry. 2-2. Sneaky fastball.
It's got carry on it, and you're right, it is sneaky. I mean, it's the fastball that you get from lefty that you think it's rising on you, especially across the letters. All right, time now for our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. Casey Schmidt is riding a streak of 7 straight games with 2 or more hits. It's 1 game short of the Giants' record. We'll finish that in a second. Only 4 players in Giants history have recorded 2 or more hits in 8 straight games, and the last time it happened was 92 years ago by Hall of Famer Bill Terry. Tells you how unique.
Wow.
8 games in a row with 2 hits or more is.
Page jumped, just struck out the side.
Motorcycle lawyers at lawtigers.com.
Hey, fun out in the Bay. Here's Soderstrom. And a first pitch strike. Soderstrom, 2 singles in 4 at-bats last night. Overall, 245. The way he swings the bat, at least against the Giants, 245 doesn't look like it's right.
Yeah, it seems that he makes a lot of loud contact against the Giants.
And even the other way.
Really a good left field approach.
"13 home runs. And are we getting a challenge?
Yes, we are. First challenge of the night. Eric Haas says we got to look at that.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Well done.
Yeah, it's kind of going to make you feel pretty good, or if you're the one challenged, relieved.
Well, that was another opportunity there, a 2-2 count for him to go out of the strike zone. Pretty good take right there from Soderstrom. Now he's got a challenge with nobody out.
Very high, fairly deep. Cox, not a problem.
Cox getting a lot of work early on in this ball game out in center field.
Jonah Cox. Well, the Giants family auction ends tomorrow. Bid on one-of-a-kind packages and experiences. Proceeds benefit the Giants Community Fund and George Mark Children's House. For your bids, sfgiants.com/GCF. Jacob Wilson, 0-1.
Wilson, a tough guy to walk. I mean, he likes to swing it.
10 times he's walked.
Let's see, how many at-bats does he have?
I think he's over 250.
This is number 200 on the year, so.
Out of play.
10 walks and 199 at-bats. Not a lot. You know what happens is, you know, what it suffers is his on-base percentage.
Adames, that's short.
As an infielder, do you always like to get a ground ball early in the game?
Yeah, as long as it was, you know, I don't like to use the word routine, but that's about as routine as you're going to get, where you can read it. Is it coming at you? It's not blistered. Here's Meneses. Now they wanted it. Meneses. Oh for 2 with a walk last night.
Couple aces. Logan Webb, Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray last night, 8 innings, 2 hits allowed. He got in the 8-inning club with Logan Webb. You say the modern complete game now for a starting pitcher is 6 innings. So when you get guys who are going out there giving you 8, that's like a day off for the bullpen.
Chapman gets the 3rd hop and a beauty, and that'll end the inning. 6 up, 6 down for Tyler Mahle.
Brought to you by Monterey Bay Aquarium, inspiring conservation of the ocean.
Right here, back at Oracle Park, Giants are standing in against the kid that struck out the side. Gage jumped the pitch, and Rafi Devers takes high. Devers had a big RBI single in the 7th inning last night, and it was off of a lefty. Here he's a little tardy on that fastball, which we've discussed how it can be sneaky looking.
And Gage jump has been chewing up left-handed hitters. They're only hitting $172 off him. Righties hit him at 245.
Adames and then Lee. Pitch was up and in, and Rafi Devers fouls it straight back.
Gage jumps, a rookie, just 23 years old.
Swinging at that, I'm sorry.
I just got a good eye. Good pitch.
So full count. Body was a little bit out in front of it.
He did well to fight that nastiness off. That was filthy.
97-mile-an-hour fastball. Flips this one out into left center field, but Bolte puts it away. We'll take the Giants on the go this season and stream the games on the NBC Sports app, and it's brought to you by Toyota. Here's Adames. It's always that with our drone, you get to see parts of the ballpark that we rarely get to see. high to Adames. Adames pops it up. It'll be McNeil.
All right, time now for the play of the game presented by your California Ford dealers. Last night, Jung-Hoo Lee hit his 5th home run of the season, a solo shot of Aaron Savali. He did it in the 2nd inning, estimated distance 414 feet. And that would mean that that home run was the longest one he has ever hit.
Also had another hit. He had an infield hit. He drew a walk. He was on base 3 times. And with the 2 for 3 night, his average went up. It went up 4 points. He came in hitting at 327. He's now at 331.
Now, even the misses that Jump's throwing up there right now are not comfortable to the hitter. They're just high velocity stuff. Good quick break on the breaking balls.
3-1.
And all of the pitches give you the illusion that they're starting out and they're going to be in the strike zone. So that makes it a hard take for a hitter.
And there's the first hit for the Giants. Jung-Hoo's going to have to hustle, and he's got a double.
He could hit. Jump made one location mistake in the sequence. They set an outside corner target with this breaking ball that lays out their middle in, and he barrels it. Strong front side.
And in the end, he's got a scoot.
Room to spare.
Barracoto. Jumps on that first pitch and fouls it out of play. Only 18 at bats for Barracoto. He's 3 for 18. What got everybody's attention about Barracoto was the spring that he had. A good spring will put you on the map. You may not make the club, but once you get recognized, the call-up could come, and it did.
Well, one thing he was so good at was hitting the ball with power to the right side of the field, especially against lefties. And Scottsdale Stadium rewards right field technique because it's a short porch with lots of carry that way. This young man really took advantage of it.
Taps this one fouled. It's 2-2. Well, it doesn't matter how much you get of the ball when you hit it, as long as you get it enough to see another pitch.
Live to see another pitch.
beating things up right around home plate.
Barry Cotto, 6'1", 210-pounder. Locked up in a good battle right now through 6 pitches.
And another 2-2. This is going to be a souvenir.
So you
Mike looking around at Papa. Not so sure the difference between last night's crowd and this night's crowd is a whole lot. And another 2-2. And he gets Barracoto on a pitch in the dirt. 0-0.
Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, now open daily. Come try Vertigo 360, our spinning, flipping, over-the-top new ride. Save on passes and wristbands at beachboardwalk.com.
Outside of Oracle Park, back inside as Malley throws to Butler, and Butler takes the ball. It's 0-0. Butler, Muncy, and McNeil. Butler fouls it out of play. Butler had it at bat as a pinch hitter in the game last night in that 9th inning, and he drew a walk. A little tardy, but he got a piece. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's another one Malley wanted. He had a chance at that one.
Yeah, I thought maybe I saw Ramon DeJesus flinch just a little bit. Got him. Butler thought about it, but decides not to challenge. So that's strikeout number 2.
Well, back-to-back perfect location. He throws a changeup, misses just a. Well, I don't think he even missed, but he comes right back with a fastball and paints it same location. See ya. That's perfect command.
Muncy on the first pitch. Swinging a foul. And he takes the pitch down low. Muncy 1 for 2 and an RBI single. There's Geloff, who got stepped on. I mean, he really got stepped on by not Chapman. There's a swing and a foul. It was one of those where after a while you didn't want to see the replay anymore.
Well, we thought he had a chance for a break, not only in the back of his hand, but as in the thumb. Watch the thumb get stepped on, then it rolls over the top of the hand, and it's just a contusion and a little laceration. You say laceration, this doesn't sound little.
No.
But he's not, didn't go on the IL. So a couple days he should be back, maybe even tomorrow.
You know what, Mike? He'll be able, when he's 70 years old, to look at his hand and you remember all of those scars that you have on your hand. That one for sure. Swing! Ain't gonna miss.
Well, treat yourself to a sweet experience by coming to a private suite here at Oracle Park. Go to sfgiants.com/suites. Yeah, the back of your hands look like you have hieroglyphics on them.
Well, yes. I think it's worse in the wintertime when you don't have a whole lot of color in your hand. Here's McNeil, who slices this one foul.
I mean, your shin bones look the same way. You were getting spiked a lot.
Yeah, there was really kind of forced to hang in there. A lot of tags. McNeil out of play. McNeil was 0 for 3 in the game last night after he came in. For the injured Geloff, he had 2 line drives that were caught.
And he had a 24-game hitting streak ended, having to leave the game.
Yeah, Geloff did. There's a slow roller to Adames, who throws, and they got him. And that's 9 up, 9 down for Tyler Mahle.
Well, bench your mobile provider for better coverage and a bigger savings with Xfinity Mobile, and get Wi-Fi Plus 5G that won't strike out. Xfinity, imagine that.
So here's Haas. Oh and 1. 0 and 2.
I mean, that's a good changeup. That's identical arm action to the fastball. And when you're having the fastball that he has tonight that has the carry on it, I mean, you're up there looking for that. And that really makes you vulnerable to a good changeup. And boy, did he throw a good one that last pitch.
And all of a sudden, it's a quick 0-2. Working the clock. I think he got away with one. Pitch is high, 1 and 2.
I mean, he took it all the way down to 0. I mean, technically, that should have been called a ball.
Yep.
Well, called anyway, but.
And a foul at home plate.
Here's the pitch we're talking about. The clock had expired, and yet he was allowed to carry through, which technically you're not supposed to.
Out of play.
Well, Australian soccer fans here.
Yeah.
By the way, the World Cup's a hit. And really, what's made it a hit are the fans. The fans are almost as entertaining as the soccer. A lot of Australia fans here in attendance. Oh yeah, they wear cowboy hats in Australia too.
Yes, they do. 1 and 2. Got him. After that battle, and it was a good one, here Haas has to go sit down.
Well, he gets him on a backdoor breaking ball. Just a perfect pitch. He thought long and hard about calling it challenging, but I think he made a wise decision.
Here's Jonah Cox. Cox takes a strike. Cox, I mean, he started out like, this game is easy. It's cool off a little bit, but he's 6 for 17. I think I have this right. His first hit off a position player. His first home run off a position player.
His grandchildren are not going to ask that question in 40 years, 50 years.
Because there's a shot into left field and a base hit.
He got a breaking ball. And it had bad location on it. That's taking advantage of a mistake. And now the Giants have speed on the base pass. This is just a hanger right here.
Chapman takes down low. Chapman struck out to open up the bottom of the first.
Well, the A's know that he wants to go. It's just a matter of when. That throw recalled by the bench. So one disengagement used up. You got one left.
It was a high strike. He goes. And a pop-up right above us and then down below. One and two. See if Cox gets after it again. No swing.
Paul Clemens, first base umpire, saying no swing.
Well, advantage now to Jonah Cox.
Well, he's used up his disengagements. So he can still throw over there, but if Cox doesn't go and he throws over, it's a balk.
He goes. And a foul back. Jonah, go.
He had an enormous jump right there. He had it stolen. He knew it.
And another 2-2. And another foul. Well, one thing that you will do is you will definitely tack on pitches. So here in the third inning with one out, Jump has 58.
That's a lot. You want to be 45 or less at the end of 3 innings.
And this will be a double play. So Chapman does everything right. A double play to end the inning. I'll see you back here in the 7th.
Thousand fans to Sunday's game will receive a Giants camo t-shirt presented by Cutwater. Go to sfgiants.com/promotions. No score. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Here to tell you all about it, my friend and my pal, Dave Fleming.
Oh, great to be with you again tonight, Mike, on a very San Francisco night. Little Marine layer up above, top of the order against Tyler Mahle, who's been really impressive. It's good to see.
Well, he's got his command, and he's really making some nice corner pitches with all his pitches. That's what he has to do.
Allen misses 2-0. He's not going to go real deep in this game, Mike, so it'll be interesting to see how long the leash is for Mahle.
Well, I mean, they say around 65 pitches. That was said before the game, but that can change depending on how much stress he's had. The one thing you fear, a guy coming off of a disabled list or an injured list, is long innings. It's another pitch he didn't get that he wanted to challenge and didn't. So in there hasn't been a lot of stress first time through the lineup. You know, they may extend him through 5 innings, but this becomes a big pitch.
Indeed, with the big boy on deck. And he misses with that one. So that's the first base runner for the A's. It's a leadoff walk in front of the wrong guy with Kurtz coming up.
Well, and speed on the base pass. I don't know if you're going to see a steal attempt from Bolte. He's got 8 on the year, but because you're basically in scoring position with Kurtz up in the batter's box anyway.
Most of the time, Bolte's not hitting right next to Kurtz in the lineup. Big swing. That's a second helmet fly job for Kurtz in this game.
He's a big fella, 6'5", 240. I mean, he lets it fly.
I thought it was interesting to hear Tony Vitello talk about him. We asked him about Kurtz, and one thing he said is he's this big, strong guy, but he loves. He said he feels like he's very athletic in the batter's box. He moves real well. So we've got a fluidity and a rhythm to his at bats. On the ground, over to scoop it up. Schmidt, the flip. Adames got him double play. What a turn.
You look at a backhand play to a second baseman, and you're always wondering, how's he going to get it to second base? Is he too far to throw a little push shove from the backhand? Do you have to square up and give him a little flip throw? Well, there's your answer, and that's the play that allowed the double play to be made. If he tries to go up top with it, throw it overhand, there's no way they're going to have enough time to get Kurtz, who runs well for a big guy.
Well, that's just sort of the athleticism of Casey Schmidt out there. He's hardly played in the infield for the last month.
Well, anywhere you put him now, he feels that's the look you get. The look that I belong here.
That one out towards deep right center field, sending Lee all the way back, and he makes a catch and then slams against that padded pillar. What a play by Jung-Woo. He's doing it all, isn't he?
He really is. Great jump and great awareness of the ballpark. He knew exactly how much room he had, and he got the job done. Beautiful. To the broadcast booth, presented by Lazy Boy, and it gives me great pride to introduce my partner, Dave Fleming. Welcome.
I love these games, Mike, where we saw it last night. We're seeing it again tonight. The starting pitcher sets the tone for the Giants. The defense plays well behind it. There's a rhythm. There's a pace. I mean, this is the version of the Giants they expected from day one this year.
Yeah, especially from Tyler Mahle. I mean, he is looking like the guy that they were so excited to get in the offseason.
Bryce Eldridge takes a ball. Jung-Hoo Lee, another really good play in the field.
He's playing like an all-star, and I hope he gets the nod this year. It's be quite an honor for him. But boy, is he earning the right to go.
2-0 to Eldridge. Your impressions of this rookie left-hander Gage jump so far for the A's?
I like him. I mean, he's 23 years old, and he gets the type of stuff that he has. He pitches smart. You don't say that often with a guy 23. Guys 23 usually just try and outstuff you. And he can do that. But his location, and I'm especially impressed with the arm action on his changeup. It's identical to his fastball, and that's a rough combo with as good a fastball as he has.
Eldridge takes a strike. It's 3-1. He threw an absolutely perfect pitch to Eldridge to strike him out in the first inning.
He threw the same pitch he just threw there in a 3-0 count.
He really did. That's ball 4. Langoliers might have been thinking about it, but I think Eldridge, he knows the bottom of the strike zone. Takes the walk. Eldridge is 8 for 8 on challenges this year. When he's challenged as a hitter, he's been perfect.
Really reminds me of Brandon Belt in so many ways, and that certainly is one of them.
Yeah, we used to always say about Belt, here's Schmidt, just let him call the balls and strikes. You don't need an umpire.
Well, and he'd be fair too. That's the other thing about him. He's an honest man with a sense of humor. I miss that guy.
Schmidt, who's got the multi-hit game streak going, struck out his first time up. Ooh, he knew. I think he knew. He didn't challenge, but
well, I think you should save challenges for 2 strike counts. I really do. Unless, you know, it changes a little bit for a pitcher. That was on our box. Didn't look like it was a strike, a little bit low. But hey, you never know.
I do think that you got to be really sure if it's going to be early in an inning, early in a count, early in a game. You got to know, like 99%, I'm getting this one right.
I agree.
I got no problem with an early challenge as long as you know for sure. It's a big miss by the umpire. Fouled away.
Well, I mean, we see how everything changes when one challenge gets used up, and you're stuck with just one, and everybody's reluctant to use it. Because it really could mean the difference in a game, especially late in the ball game.
Schmidt lines that one to center, but hanging and a reaching catch. That one almost sailed right over Bolte.
That was a bullet.
.102 off the bat. Nice swing.
Well, and you know, when you see him with left-handers out there in 2 strike counts, he thinks the opposite way. You watch him take batting practice, everything goes to center field. Every once in a while, he'll get greedy and put on a power show, and he can impress to left field. But for the most part, center field.
Devers had a hanging slider there, but fouled it back. Rafi does not hide. When he's at the plate, he'll let you know.
Well, the expressions are they're very entertaining.
One ball, 1 strike to Devers. There's Schmidt. Just having a remarkable year. Saw the great defensive play helping the Giants turn a double play in the top half of this 4th inning. Good take, 2-1.
You know, you don't see pitchers stare down at an umpire anymore. This umpire just looks like, hey, you don't like it? Challenge.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, this is great.
Two and two. Is that, hey, what else are you looking for, man?
Yeah, well, you got to shake the cat litter out of your helmet.
Devers fouls one back.
98 right through the knees, and he did well to get a piece of that. I do think he was on time. He catches that thing flush. He may have put that in the pond. Cool night in San Francisco.
Yeah, looking down inside Oracle Park. Never gets old. We could see, and we used to say this all the time, we used to pay attention all the time when the A's were just across the bay in Oakland, because we can see the Oakland Coliseum, and tonight the lights are on over there. I don't know what's going on at the ballpark tonight, but the lights are on. Something's going on. I kind of missed that.
Yeah, I thought it was cool when both teams played at the same time for that very reason. Maybe a concert, who knows?
Devers, that one is a foul ball.
Maybe a rodeo, maybe an RV show.
They do. They use the Coliseum and the old Oracle over there. I mean, there are lots of, they're not lots, but there are plenty of towns that have 2 big league teams. This is the only one where you could sit in one ballpark and see the other ballpark.
Well, they're saying they're having a cricket game going on.
Oh. Devers, another foul ball.
I think the Giants have done a great job of is running the pitch count up on Mr. Gage. Mr. Gage jump.
Maybe Devers can channel Soryavanshi. You heard about this kid? He's 15 years old, and he's taking the cricket world by storm. 15. He's like their Ohtani as a young. I mean, he's literally a 15-year-old kid. He's setting. You don't call them home runs in cricket. I should know a little bit more about the terminology, but this kid's like a phenomenon.
He's their Joe Nuxall.
That's how old Nuxall was when he made his big league debut. Another 2-2, and he finally got him. And Devers unhappy. He battled there, but ultimately strikes out.
That was a good battle. And I don't think you can throw a better slider than this. This is just nasty with perfect location, and that's a bad combination for a hitter.
10 pitch at bat. But ultimately, the cricket bowler, Gage Jump, got it by Devers.
We went down to Australia, my wife Jennifer and Dwayne and his wife Michelle, in 1996. And they had cricket on TV all day. It just lasted forever. And after about the 4th day of an 8-day trip, we were getting into it. A lot of people here from Australia tonight. You look at the top 10 sports in Australia, and I think the top 7 of the top 10 are water sports. I mean, they're big water people.
But cricket is high on that list too.
Oh yeah.
Adames, who had a couple of hits last night, 0 for 1 so far tonight. Langoliers just gave Jump, I think, a little breather after that long at bat. Pitch count is up to 80 in the 4th inning. Big swing. This kid Vaibhav Suryavanshi, I apologize if I'm butchering his name, shattered the world record for the fastest 50 in List A cricket history. At age 15, 11 balls. So you get 50 points or whatever in 11 pitches. I don't know really how to put more context on that.
I'm trying to be impressed with that. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's apparently really impressive. 1-2. Good take on a good slider. He is not playing over at the Coliseum tonight, but they're playing some cricket over there. We're playing hardball here at Oracle Park in the 4th inning. Adames goes down on the slider. So a long inning with a leadoff walk, but no runs for the Giants.
Very special that features the Coca-Cola Weekend 4-pack. The ticket plus meal package includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 Coca-Cola beverages. And it's available this weekend with the Braves in town. Go to sfgiants.com/weekend.
Hello. They were waving to us, so I figured we should say hi back. Soderstrom on the first pitch, right to Casey Schmidt. 1 pitch, 1 out.
We used to have a guy I played ball with with the Phillies named Bob Molinaro. And I mean, he had a standard line. And if you saw somebody in the stands waving at him, he'd say, "Hey, if you're waving at me, howdy." And he'd also say it if somebody on the opposing team would strike out. Swing and miss. If you're waving at me, howdy. It was funny.
Well, of course, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Well, one night, Steve Carlton struck out like 16, and they were 14 swinging and misses. And 14 times we heard Bob Molinaro say, "Hey, if you're waving at me, howdy." Oh, my gosh.
Got a little old. A little floater from Jacob Wilson. And there's the first hit for the A's with 1 out here in the 5th.
No, it didn't get old. It got hysterical. And then after that, the whole team was doing it the rest of the season. Take a look at opposite field approach. We saw him do this a lot in the series against the Giants last year. It almost like he fillets balls to right, but they're line drives. Fillets usually aren't line drives. They're slices.
He's got that Arise thing, not the same kind of hitter that Arise is, but where he's so tough to strike out. He'll go to line. His dad was a good big league player. Dad, Jack Wilson, was a shortstop in the big leagues for a long time.
Well, his Keystone combination partner was Big Giant 2010.
Indeed.
Freddie Sanchez.
Great hitter in his own right. No challenge. 3-0.
And we told you it's a tight strike zone with Ramon DeJesus. And so it's literally about 6 pitches that if Malley had unlimited ABS challenges, he would have challenged them all. And he probably would have won most of them.
That's a 4-pitch walk.
Well, now he's got to hold his composure.
2 on, 1 out, and a message from California Community Colleges.
Get the money you need to reach your goals. At a California community college, financial aid is available year-round to help you cover tuition, books, supplies, and other basic needs like food and sometimes even the rent. Get started today at icangotocollege.com.
Justin Message, Giants pitching coach, coming out for a meeting with Malley.
Just give him a breather. There's nobody in the Giants bullpen. We talked about, Giants said he'd throw about 65 pitches that night. The next pitch he throws is going to be 60. But again, he really hasn't had a lot of stress. So they think he's still fresh. If your mechanics are sound, you don't take a lot out of your arm. If you're messed up mechanically, well, that's the exact opposite. See how stingy he's been with his pitch count tonight.
First time in this game, though, the A's have 2 on at the same time. Lawrence Butler lines one to second, and the throw gets by Adames, and it's rolling down the left field line. Everybody's running. They're going to send Wilson. Here comes the throw home, and he is out at home plate. Wow. Barracoto got to the ball, fired it home. Haas handled a tough hop. And then Jacob Wilson tried to dance around the tag, and he couldn't avoid it.
What a throw from Barracoto. My goodness.
Man, what a wild play and what a throw from that kid, Victor Barracoto, who's going to hit here in the bottom of the 5th. Jung-Hoo Lee takes a strike. And because of that throw and a nice play by Haas at home plate, the game's still scoreless.
Yeah, he's got some kind of arm.
Challenge here.
It's going to be close.
Real close. Let's see. Got the call. So instead of 1-1, it's 0-2 to Lee, who doubled his first time up, has made a great catch out in right field tonight. Giants have some good determined at bats against this guy. He's going to be out of this game soon. 87 pitches in 4+ innings. Lee hits another liner. Butler going back, and he'll catch it. Wow.
Well, they really had him placed well to defend against that. Let's take a look at the throw from Barracoto. Look, a little bit of a slippage here, but this is just a bullet. And the back end of the play, Haas catching the short hop and then reaching out and putting a one-handed swipe tag on. I mean, that was almost as good as the throw from Barracoto. That play right there.
That's a pretty good effort by Wilson. Well, if there was ever a play and a throw that was going to inspire you as a hitter, good to see Wilson got up sort of grimacing. He stays in the game. See if Barracoto can carry that over to the plate. He made his throw, 93-mile-an-hour throw from the outfield. On the ground, base hit. Okay, it's not to the Coke bottle, but
hey, it's a big league knock. Look at Eric Haas at the plate, the dig out, and then have to just sort of just keep stabbing until he made contact, and then he drops it.
By then he'd already gotten the out. So here's Haas, that combo. Ball one. We had to move past it because we had to see that play a bunch more times, but another, I mean, that was 2 strike at bat for Jung-Hoo Lee and just hit another bullet.
Yeah, he's so locked in. If I was taking at bats against Jump, I would try and get on him early in the count.
Right there, 1-1.
He's not the kind of guy that you want to get into a 2-strike count with. He's got too many weapons to make you swing and miss.
He does have it was fastball heavy early, but we've seen the slider, the sweeper, the curveball, the changeup. Well, that's the first one, really, I think, that's been one of those borderline calls. It's been a strike. They have the bullpen going. The A's do. Justin Sterner. Guy is warming up. Right-hander. Strike 3 called. Right on the inside corner.
That is a rough at bat, but it gives you some idea just how nasty this guy is. You put that type of stuff and you combine it with perfect location. Strikeout number 8.
Ooh, and it was real. That was one of those. You can't blame the hitter for not challenging that one. So 2 down for Jonah Cox. Might not see a breaking ball in this at bat.
Well, he got a nice base hit in his first at bat off a hanging breaking ball. And the A's know how the league has been pitching Jonah Cox. A lot of fastballs, belt high and above.
One strike. That one right in the same spot, and now it's 0-2. Cox, strike 3 called right at the knees. So a hit, 2 more strikeouts for Jump. We go to the 6th, 0-0. Well, Tyler Mahle's still in this game, top 6. The odds of him pitching into the 6th inning tonight were not real good, considering it's his first start in the big leagues in a month. He had 1 3-inning rehab start. That's it. But he's pitched so well. Muncy, then McNeil, then Bolte. Right on the outside corner, 0-2.
Well, what we've seen from Mahle tonight is what he was last year with the Rangers. Why Bruce Bochy was so excited the Giants brought him into the organization, and Bochy had a lot to do with it. Corner control guy, 2 types of movement with the fastball, totally understands movement to applied swings. Good changeup. I mean, he's the whole package with great command. We really haven't seen it consistently until tonight.
Way outside.
Except for that pitch.
Had a really good start against the Phillies with some command issues, but still pitched well. Had a good start against the Dodgers, but it has been way less than what everybody, including Tyler himself, expected. He got it with a better slider for strike 3. So very encouraging tonight.
Well, he comes back with the same pitch. I think guys who have good breaking balls want to do that. they miss wide with it. They have a good command, good feel, good breaker that night. They can come right back in and take 4 inches off and make it a little more inviting, and that's exactly what he did. Great pitch.
Now McNeil. Fouled away. I think you guys showed Zach Geloff earlier in the telecast. It was good to see that he's around and seemed to have avoided. I mean, I thought that could be a catastrophic injury.
Season ender.
News was better than that. 0-2.
One thing, you've been around this game a long time, and you don't trust broken hand injuries. They take forever. And guys come back. I mean, even with hamate surgery, they never feel right, at least not for a year.
It ended his hit streak. What a tough way to end a 24-game hit streak. He only got 1 at bat. Two to McNeil. On the ground, Adames kind of circled around it, low throw, and a nice dig by Eldridge.
You watch the dig out on this, and one thing about Eldridge that has been impressive is how relaxed his hands are. Off balance throw off the right foot is going to go out there. This is not going to be an easy dig, but just soft handed and stays with the high hop. I mean, the high hop is the one that you don't trust, and he gets beneath the hop, and it's easier to come up than to go down. Good technique.
Volte, strike 1. We rightfully so have credited Schmidt for being so versatile and trying new stuff. Adames was impressed. It was a great look. That one out towards right center field. Cox sprinting, and he can't get there. 1 hop and against the wall. Volte, who can fly, will stop at second. We have the double. Well, this would be interesting with Kurtz coming up. You go to the bullpen. You got the left-hander Hentges. Do you pitch around Kurtz? Tony Vitello, I think he's made up his mind.
Well, after the outing that Mahle has had, Mahle's disappointing, but he knows it's right. You're coming off the IL, and you have to be really managed well, and you don't want to be exposed to injury. Not when you've had a night like this.
Really, really encouraging for Mahle. Good to have him back and pitching well. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all in connection and protection your small business can rely on. Tyler Mahle gave the Giants everything they could have hoped for and more, but he's responsible for a runner at second base with the A's best hitter coming up, and Sam Hentges comes in out of the bullpen.
Hentges 14 strikeouts in 12 2/3. This is his 17th appearance on the year.
But the walks stand out. I mean, 14 strikeouts, 13 walks.
That is the one part of the stat sheet that is not impressive, but he does not have to give Kurtz a whole lot here with an open base at first.
That one, first pitch swing and a drive out to deep left center. Cox will get there in front of 399. Oh boy, off the bat I wasn't sure, but it's a catch. Midway through 6, still scoreless.
The first 20,000 fans in attendance will receive a Rafael Devers bobblehead presented by Chevron. Giants will then take on the Braves at 6:05. To be here, go to sfgiants.com/fiesta.
Well, the A's going to their bullpen here as we go to that bottom of the 6th inning, and the right-hander Justin Sterner. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all in connection and protection your small business can rely on. Ball 1 to Chapman, top of the order here for the Giants against the right-hander. Much different style than the starter Gage Jump, who was really impressive.
With Sterner, you're going to get a fastball, a sweeper that you just saw, and a changeup, and he throws each one about the same amount. Strike thrower. But I think the Giants are happy to get Gage jump out of the ball game.
Chapman out toward the gap in left center, and it's going to be caught by Soderstrom. Just didn't quite square it up. Hung up there long enough for Soderstrom to catch it.
He's had good at bats tonight. I mean, he's 0 for 3, but he's hit 2 bullets that have given him nothing.
Now Eldridge, who drew a walk his last time up. Rice could put the Giants ahead with 1 swing. High sweeper, 0-1. Just caught the top of the strike zone. One. That is a fair ball. Trying to turn on that cutter that got in on his hands. It stayed fair, 2 down.
Hits have been hard to find tonight. Giants with 3, A's with 2.
Schmidt will hit with the bases empty. Casey lined out his last time up. Laid off. He wanted to swing. Two and 0. I think that's round 2 for those boys.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a round 3 and a round 4.
6th inning, I'm thinking, yeah, they probably were hungry at the start of the game. This is the reload.
You got a good rhythm going.
When you're 12, you just don't get full. Backhanded McNeil. Sterner has a 1-2-3 inning. Kipes coming back over to join Mike again on the TV side. No score. We go to the 7th.
All right, time now for our game summary brought to you by Toyota. Through 6 innings of play, it has been a pitching duel tonight. Tyler Mahle with 5 2/3. Beautiful pitching. He really looked like he had it going with his rhythm tonight, and he was healthy. His opponent, Gage Jump, was as spectacular, maybe even more, with 9 strikeouts in 5 innings, just 5 hits in the game. No score. We go to the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher now for the Giants. It'll be Ryan Walker. And he was going to face Shea Langoliers. And he just missed a strike. The numbers on Walker this year, 21st appearance on the era. And since being called back from Sacramento, he really has been a different pitcher. They challenge the ABS, and they get a strike out of it. Nicely done. Well, I got a guy I want to introduce for top of the 7th. No score. Here is my partner, Dwayne Kite.
Ready, Mickey? So the 0-1 to Langoliers is a bouncing ball, and spearing it is Walker for out number 1. Did I miss anything over here?
No, we just did a Toyota game summary, and we compared the pitching we've seen tonight.
No, I meant the 3 innings I was gone.
No, you didn't miss a thing.
No.
Well, how was it over on radio?
It was pretty good. I've made up a bunch of stuff.
Well, that's okay. You could do that.
Here's Soderstrom, who takes down low. Yeah, that is the beauty of radio. The 1-0. Although I did learn one thing from Hank Greenwald. If he called a pitch on radio, if he called it a fastball and it really wasn't, guess what it was?
It was a fastball.
That's right. It was a foul.
I made that mistake my rookie year. He goes, here's the pitch, a 1-0 fastball, strike 1. I go, Hank, I think it was a slider. And he turned to me and he goes, Not on this broadcast, pal. Right over the air. It was a lesson learned.
Out of play on the next pitch. Well, and then the very first game I did with John Miller,
Yeah.
he corrected himself on pitches. He'd call the pitch a fastball, and he'd go, no, that was a slider or whatever. So there's two guys who we adore with different styles. There's a pitch down low.
Well, one in the Hall of Fame, and we think the other one should be in the Hall of Fame.
If Hank would have hung around a little longer, he'd have definitely had a shot. 3-2 to Soderstrom. Another foul. I asked John why, and John goes, well, I just really believe that the people listening need the story to be as exact as we can make it. Up the middle, right at Adames.
Well, you tip your cap to the guys that put the defensive plan together. The way that ball was hit, it was on the button. If you're not playing right there, you're not going to have much of a chance to get it. Hit that at 108 off the bat.
Here's Wilson. I don't know about you, but that play in the 5th inning where Wilson was tagged out at home. If I could have danced like he did at home plate,
yeah,
I'd have had more dates in the 70s.
Hey, listen, I think you did good. You found the right one.
That was pretty awesome. Waves at that. It's 0-2.
It's just night and day what we're seeing with Ryan Walker now. Since
What's
he's come
this?
back. Here's the toe dance you're talking about.
Yeah. Thought for a second there that he was dinged up. Probably was, but he's hanging in there.
Just to get back to Walker and the adjustments he's made with his mechanics to allow him to get back at that nastiness. It's good to see. He wore it hard when he was not in control. I mean, he wore it hard. And now he's got it back.
Well, he saw Wilson chase, and he's tried twice since then, and Wilson said, no, I'm not going to bite.
Keep throwing him out there. He'll bite.
Yep. Here's a challenge. It looked close. And it is got him.
A rough at bat.
Wilson can't believe it. That's a Lions scoreboard.
Tonight's game, sports columnist Scott Ostler threw out the ceremonial first pitch to his son Michael. Scott spent the last 32 years at the San Francisco Chronicle. He recently stepped away from a great career that includes stints with the LA Times and the National. How'd he do? Well, he got the first 60 feet okay, but the last 6 inches, well, they kind of did him in. The pride of Mark Keppel High School, Scott Ostler, and what a career he had.
56 years.
That's a lot of deadlines to meet.
And quite the sense of humor. Quite crafty.
Numbers for Hogan Harris, 43 strikeouts in 36 innings. That's a big body of work.
And I don't think there's anybody in the major leagues that's had 0-2 strapped to him faster than Rafi Devers. Here it is again. And on 3 pitches.
Yeah, he just elevated the 0-2 count above the letters on a fastball. 95'd him right back to the bench. Harris has got the stuff you would normally see from a starting pitcher.
Like that.
And he's got a mid to high 90s fastball, cutter, slider, curveball, changeup. I mean, he's got a ton of stuff he can give you.
Only 5 hits in this game. And Adames stays alive as that is fouled right past Jung-Hoo Lee. Again, he got a piece. Got him.
That is a good curveball. Sometimes I'll say, how's the guy swing? Well, he swings as hard as you throw it, meaning you throw a 99-mile-an-hour fastball by, or try to, and he's right on it. You throw a big, slow curveball, and he'll swing slowly, and that's kind of what that curveball did to Adames. A good one.
Jung-Hoo's had the best at bats tonight, really, of anybody. He's doubled, and then he nearly hit one over the head of Butler in Triple's alley. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That is a Barry Zito curveball.
Up the middle. And McNeil can't make the exchange. Hey, when you're hot, you're hot. By the way, Mike, you probably mentioned it, but I mean, first, here's the base hit. For Harris, already 40 appearances.
Heavy body of work.
Man.
And he's not coming in for just 1 inning or a couple outs. He's eating up more than that.
Here's Barracodo, who singled in the 5th. How to play. Giants have had 1 at bat with a runner in scoring position, and that was Barracodo in the 2nd after Jung-Hoo Lee had doubled. 1 at bat. That's it. The pitching has been that good. How to play, and it's 1-2. Fog rolling in. It's 1-2. Jung-Hoo's not going to steal a lot. He is 5 for 5 in stolen base department. Lifted into the gap into left center field, but Bolte will run it down. Got a couple of guys in center field that can move. By Cache Creek Casino Resort. Well, 1 game left in this series. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. And the Hot Atlanta Braves are in town for a 3-game series this weekend. Giants will head on the road to Arizona and Colorado next week. Mike and I will get the privilege of doing the 3 games in Arizona with our Splitcast. There's Dylan Smith.
8 appearances, been very, very good.
And a little pop-up, and Eldridge puts it away.
1 pitch out.
Here's Butler. Quick story on saw Eldridge catch that pop-up. Butler is 0 for 2. 2 spring trainings ago, Eldridge's first major league camp, was walking through the lunchroom in Scottsdale, and they have a big glass window where you can see what's going on out on the backfield. Here's the 0-2 to Butler. And I ran into Buster and we started walking towards the glass. And we could see there was 4 people out there at first base. One of them was Eldridge. And I asked Buster, what are they working on? He goes, pop-ups. He's never played a position before. And we need to work on everything. Well, he's done a pretty good job. He camped underneath that pop-up like he's done it before.
Not a problem.
Got him.
Split finger fastball of Dylan Smith. It's such a great strikeout pitch to righties and lefties. I mean, it's a straight down bite. And that's a big drop.
It's a
that's from the
curveball.
belt to the. Well, it's huge. And he can throw it at a high velocity.
Here's Muncy. There's a call strike.
You know, just to finish the conversation about Eldridge, is he doesn't play first base like he is new to the position.
Hit well. And gone. Muncy is 5th of the year. And that breaks the tie. It's a pretty good poke. The kid's got 5.
Let's take a look at the location. Just a fastball challenge, and he backspins it over the wall and center. I'll tell you what, if I was coming to play the Giants, I would change my name to Max Muncy. It's guaranteed a home run in the series.
Yeah, that made it by quite a bit as McNeil fouls this one back. This one ain't gonna miss. Nothing at 2. 416 feet. Remember, it's 391. One and 2.
Little anger behind that split.
Yeah, I think it was.
Kind of overthrew it.
Cox got a beat on this one. And that'll end the inning. Muncy gives the A's the lead. Runs on 4 hits for the Giants. Gilbert is going to pinch hit. Luis Medina is in to pitch for the A's.
Medina with a big arm. You're going to see fastballs that'll go high 90s to 100. He's got a slider, curveball, and a changeup, and he'll throw all of them about equally. 39 strikeouts and 34 2/3.
So get ready if you're Drew Gilbert. 1 ball and no strikes. Gilbert hitting for Haas. And it almost got him, and it's 2-0.
One thing interesting about Medina, he's kind of got reverse splits. The right-handers hit him better than lefties. Lefties hit 228. Righties hit 299 against him. But he does not lack for stuff, and he's got more than a strikeout per inning to prove it.
I hope that you throw hard. Maybe you're a little wild.
Definitely time to take a pitch or two.
Yeah. Shrink that strike zone if you can.
It's another one they could have challenged and maybe had a chance, but again, I think Gilbert wants to hit, but it was too close to challenge. Well, you're at the time of the game where it's late. You might as well just fire one away.
Yeah, and then you got 2. Cox on deck.
Nice at bat.
That is a good at bat. That was 101. Now a word from Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Well, we're laying odds right now on what Jonah Cox is going to do.
Well, he's a good bunter. Should go down the first base line. And he did it on the first pitch.
He did.
And that adds to the rhythm of the inning. So you get a free pass to get a guy on base. You get him over in one pitch. That's a job well done, Jonah Cox.
It's a good welcome for a sacrifice bunt. They're not automatic, certainly against someone that throws as hard as Medina does. Here's Chapman. Ball and no strikes.
Best arm in the A's outfield is in center field. They've actually got pretty good arms across the board. Those are good takes for Chapman. When he was struggling, he was swinging at that slider off the plate. It was a hard pitch for him to take. Not close. Easy take. It's really, you have a guy up there with power who's had good at bats, and he's had 2 good ones tonight. You could turn him loose 3-0 and feel good about it.
3-0.
Taken all the way.
And the walk. Well, now you got a guy that's got a much bigger strike zone, but also a hitter that's got a really good eye, too.
So it's time to send out your pitching coach, Scott Emerson. Try and bring a little focus back to this young right-hander.
Jesus is going to try to break it up. Eldridge has been on base once. He drew a walk in the 4th.
Jose Suarez very quickly getting up. He's got a red alert going.
Pretty good speed on the bases. Here's Eldridge. Gonna get a challenge. This one maybe a strike, just barely.
There's the just barely you're talking about.
So no balls and 1 strike. And that's going to roll foul.
So he pulls the string on a changeup, and now he's on top of a 0-2. But one thing we've learned about Eldridge, I mean, you don't say a lot about power hitters. He's a pretty good 2-strike hitter.
Oh, 2. Got him.
Again, backs it up with another changeup. So in the end, he sees 3 pitches.
Here's Schmidt. Schmidt takes low. I mean, look, you could argue that this is the guy you want up there right now.
Been red hot.
One ball and no strikes. In tight. And the 2-0. You know.
Just an easy 1 hun. Took a little off to get in the strike zone.
He did.
Boy, and he changes the grip and gets him to freeze on back door or front, backdoor movements coming around and just taking out that outside corner.
Three and 2. Runners will go. Got him. Giants leave a pair. It remains 1-0. Stay tuned right after the game for Toyota Giants post-game live. Kylan Mills, Chirillia right after the game. Here's Smith to the top of the order, and Bolte just got hit.
Well, you just put speed on base for free. Two-seamer just comes in and just looked like it shaved the glove on his right hand. If you're going to get hit by a pitch, that's the way to do it.
So the call has been made to the bullpen. Smith will depart. It's 1-0. We'll be back. A's are leading here in the 9th inning. The A's have a leadoff runner aboard and Bolte, and it'll be Eric Miller now who is going to try to get the Giants off the field, trailing by just 1 run.
26 appearance on the year, 28 strikeouts in 20 innings. Miller, a 28-year-old left-hander, 6'5", 270 in his 3rd year.
So Kurtz against Miller. Up and in, 1 ball and no strikes.
Gilbert now in center field. Susak behind the plate doing the catching.
Gilbert in center field. Swing and a miss. And a little low, but Susak is going to challenge.
Why not? You got 2. It's the 9th.
No, it's low. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. So far, we haven't seen Bolte think about stealing. He's got 8, and we know he's fast. And a full count.
Yeah, I think he's reluctant to steal right now because you got a guy in the box. If you're at first base, you're in scoring position. If he hits one out,
that's true.
You don't want to take the bat out of his hands.
He may go now. 3-2. And that's lined foul.
Heads up down there.
Up, absolutely. Here we go. 3-2 again. Got him.
Can't throw a better breaking ball. You're talking about a 3-2 count. That type of perfection. And Kurtz gets sent back to the dugout. Perfect pitch.
Langeliers 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's going to steal now.
And it's wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Eldridge holding on. Bolte and the check.
That's it. That's his 2 throwovers.
Straight back and out of play.
So Mark Kotsay, the skipper of the A's, not putting the steal sign on. Now, a guy like Bolte, he's got a green light. He can go if he gets a good jump. But I think that they may be reluctant because of the 19 home runs that Langeliers represents in that batter's box. But I'm surprised they haven't gone.
Two balls and a strike. Runner goes. And the throw. Stolen base number 9 for Bolte.
Now the decision is with Tony Vitello. Do you want to pitch to Langeliers?
They do not. So the inning started out with Smith hitting Bolte, really not hard, but he got him nonetheless as Soderstrom takes a pitch high. A little pop up behind second base for Adames. So, oh, I get it. We're waiting on a pinch hitter. It's Jonah Heim. I'm wondering if the play at the plate dinged up Wilson, huh?
Yeah, and the only thing that makes sense is he's leaving this game because of injury, because you would never pinch hit for Wilson. Not in this situation. Your number 5 hitter. So just a message coming out just to refresh the scouting report.
Heim has done a good job in this role as a backup catcher to Langeliers and also a pinch hitter. This is hit down the line and it's caught in the corner. And Jung-Ho Lee is down. It's an out, but we'll make sure he's okay.
Wow.
It's just a great play, and that ends the inning.
We are not worthy.
So we got a run for the A's on 3 hits. Giants have been shut out. The new pitcher is Elvis Alvarado. I did it right. Jonah Heim is now at third.
Yes, you did. Alvarado, 18th appearance on the year, 25 strikeouts at 19 and 2/3. He's a very hard thrower. But right now, we got to see this catch again. Jung-Ho Lee runs 107 feet to catch this. I mean, 107 feet straight towards the wall. And if he doesn't get this, that's a fair ball.
Yeah, it is a fair ball. I mean, they're still running. Here's Devers. And Devers takes high. Devers hitless in 3 at-bats.
Alvarado, pretty much fastball slider. And he threw that one right by him at 99. Jonah Heim stays in the game. He's over at third base. And Max Muncy moves over to shortstop.
High drive. Center field. Out of here. And this game is tied. His 12th of the year. You get that one?
Yeah. He got it.
Here's Adames. He hits a high fly ball in the park. As much as we wanted it not to be, it's in the park. Here's the replay.
Comes right at him with another fastball challenge and just no respect location. And he clips it with backspin right up the middle. And he knew it right off the crack of the bat.
Here's Jung-Hoo Lee. And Jung-Hoo takes a strike. High and foul, and it's a quick 0-2. That's foul as he dug that one out.
Finally, some ball dude action. John Stevens over on the first base side tonight. This is his first chance. Dave Marr over at third base. There's Dave.
One and two.
Interesting to point out that Jonah Heim, who's at third base right now, this is his first appearance as a third baseman in the big leagues. He's a catcher.
Bob Brenly.
So I was thinking the same thing. My favorite of all time.
1 and 2. This is playable for Butler. And here's Barracodo. Barracoda with a base hit in the 5th. He's got power. And he fouls this one back.
He's trying to walk it off. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And as you point out, I mean, he's got some pop.
High drive. Left center field. It is out of here. And this game is over.
Why not? What a moment for the rookie.
Yep.
Well, they came back with a breaking ball, and he hangs it middle in. And Barry Cotto knew it right off the crack of the bat.
See if the dugout knows it. Yep. It was not a cheapie.
Oh, no. It's time to hit the spread, boys.
What a night. Take a deep breath, and we'll say this. Final score, it's the Giants 2 and the A's 1. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Toyota Giants post-game live. It's going to start right now.
So, hello. I'm ready, guys. Hello.
ID here.